Hello everybody. This video is a little late because I have been feeling sick and I finally feel better enough to film. I am still very much annoyed about this layout, which I expressed in my last video. Thankfully, this is my last video filming here and I am back in my regular background, my horror collection that looks leveled and even and doesn't bother me. So I'm very happy this is my last video here in Illinois, but yes, we're here to talk about The Conjuring because we are getting The Conjuring Last Rites next month, which I am excited for because I recently started rewatching The Conjuring universe, and I first watched The Conjuring movies when I was 15 or 16, so that's solid 4 or 5 years ago. And my perspective on the movies have completely changed because I thought The Conjuring, the original one here, first one, was the blueprint of a haunted house movie, which as years gone by is drastically wrong, and I know that now. So I have a more of an appreciation, and it's one of those classic well-known movies that I never really got until this watch of why people liked it so much, why it's so popular. I've had that with other movies, but it just took me a while to get it, but I get it now. But before I get into my review, I do want to acknowledge the real Ed and Lorraine Warren, the allegations made against them, and the way they were involved with cases, because the first 3 movies portrayed nothing like how they were in real life or the real part they played in the cases. And if you are interested in any of that, I would highly suggest watching videos, looking up online articles, and just finding resources that can tell you more details on what happened and all of that fun stuff with them. So I highly suggest looking to that if you are curious about the real Ed and Lorraine Warren. But without further ado, let's talk about The Haunting, The Conjuring from 2013 that started the universe that is most well known today. And going right into my pros, I really liked how the characters and the relationships with characters were in this movie, whether you're talking about Ed and Lorraine's relationship character-wise or the family's relationship character-wise. I also found the way they use the clap game also pretty nice in this one as well. I thought that was a fun little gem as well. I also liked how this movie was shot. It was shot really well. And I also really do like the acting in this, especially the scene when the demon is trying to get her to kill her daughter, and that whole scene is played out. I didn't appreciate it back then, but now that I've gotten older, especially with now the more trauma horror taking over 2020s, I like that scene a lot. I think it's very well acted. And of course, I like the introduction we got with the Annabelle case, because that was just a great introduction to the horrors and what they deal with. I really like that as well. But that is majority of my pros, and don't get me wrong, I do think it is a good movie. And I also want to mention, I do like that they do give a reason as to, not only do they actually leave and seek to leave, they also give a reason as to why they come back and why it has to be this house, which some movies just don't do that when it comes to that. So I really like they added that touch of that kind of denial of why didn't they leave. They did leave, the demon will follow them, so they can't let go of that. And that is majority of my pros for this, but I do actually have a couple of mixed. Jeremy here. I'd also like to add, I enjoyed the story that they told and how they told it and how they revealed itself throughout the movie. And I also liked how it was shot. I thought it was shot really well. And the first mix is going to sound so weird, but I know this movie was in the 70s, and I got that vibe and it was fine, but a few lines like groovy and stuff like that really kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, okay, and maybe that was just me, but that kind of was my okay. I also found the jump scares and the gores and everything to be good and decent, but there was a lot of jump scares and a lot of things like that, and this one I thought kind of went down a little bit for me. It's done well, but it did go down a little bit for me. And that is the end of the mix, because overall I do think that this is a really good movie. And normally I would do spoilers, but I think everyone kind of knows this classic haunting house story. So overall, I do think this is a good haunted house movie, and I'm really glad to get a new perspective on it because I really found this movie to be really good, especially the atmosphere I enjoyed as well. So comment down below if you're excited to see the new Conjuring movie that they offer and what your expectations are for it, especially after the third one. Comment down below, and I'll see you guys soon with a brand new video in my bedroom with my horror collection behind me. I'm so ready to leave. Alright, I'll see you guys soon.